Hello, Sagittarius. How are you guys doing? So your card from the pre-shuffle, if I can wake myself up, is God. Okay, so even if you're not religious, really what it's indicating here is this higher being in the sky, right? And this says here, I step out the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me and this situation. So really the first message that's already coming up for you guys this week is to really kind of surrender and allow the higher being up there to create something for you, to guide you in a way. And maybe this comes through in changes in your environment or things that kind of come out of your control. This says I step out of the way. All right, so no longer blocking change from happening or the flow of life to happen, I think is really important message already coming up for you, to allow something to naturally unfold. So let's dive in a little bit deeper and see what that actually means for you. All right, let's have a little look in your cards for this week. My lovely, whoa, did you see how that jumped out? I'm not going to take it, but we are going to look at it just quickly because there's no such thing as a quinky dink. Right. New life and blessed. Well, that's amazing, isn't it? You guys are waking up. You guys are being reborn. You're being hatched here. I always say that this is like a butterfly coming out of the cocoon here. So for some of you, that can represent some form of transformation coming through into your life where you're feeling blessed in some way because you're waking up to a new life, a new way of being. So again, let's dive into your actual tarot. Let's see what actually is going on for you guys. Let's dive a little bit deeper into these messages and this energy, please, Spirit, for Sagittarius this week. Something that we need to hear right now. New life, guys. Okay, well, here we go. Very obvious. The cards have been doing that a lot lately. Right, so you guys are having some form of new life, right? Let's see what else is going on for you. You have man holding a coin, so that could be like a new job coming through, or there could be a new person coming into your life who could help you financially, whether it's just helping you to get some stability in your life, or whether it's through some sort of offer that they're giving to you. Of course, the man holding a coin could also be you being more financially stable. All right, so that's something interesting. I always say with the new life card, it feels like a breath of fresh air. So for some of you, it could really be a new beginning coming up. But again, we'll see a little bit more in the tarot what it is. She's coming out of this egg here. So it just feels like something new is going on. And of course, it could be in the form of your finances. So when you let go and you surrender and you allow this new life to happen, maybe this is when you come across this man holding a coin or become the man holding a coin, regardless of gender, of course. Right. Let's see a little bit more. Let's see what else is going on for Sagittarius within this week, please, Spirit. They're really, I don't know why. I don't even know. I've never seen this before ever in this card, but they're just kind of highlighting maybe like a wooden chair being significant. I don't know if it was something that was like passed down. In a way, it's very dark oak or dark wood. I don't know what it is. Right, vanity coming through. Creation coming through as well. And soulmate. So I do feel like you're meeting a soulmate. Whenever vanity comes through in a spread, what it does indicate is just to be cautious that we're not desiring things just because of other people's opinions, right? It's really important that we don't do that, because in this card, it's all about understanding that when you know that right now, like when you appreciate what you've got already, then that's really the message that comes through. Because these people in the card are like, I want, oh yeah, they're celebrating their wins, but they're also like, okay, I want a new yacht boat and I want this and I want that. When really what they're wanting it for is just for their own kind of like, so that they look good, so that they look rich, they look important, but inside they are struggling with some things inside because they don't feel good enough. They feel like they constantly need to seek more for validation, of course. So for a lot of you, I think this is really kind of calling it back to make sure that we're not doing things out of vain reasons, of course, to always appreciate what we do have currently and to grow from that. That's fine. It's okay to want material things in life. That's fine as well. However, when you are not appreciative of what you've got and you're constantly wanting more because what you've got is not good enough, then it's different. So try to find some gratitude this week. It's important. You also have creation. So it does feel like you are creating something. Again, even if it's a version of yourself that you're stepping into, this is important this week. We'll see how. And soulmate. so you can see it a bit more up close. So soulmates can be romantic, so you could be meeting or feeling the upcoming energy of a new soulmate coming into your life. All right, love relationship, but it can also be people who are soulmates. This could be, you can find soulmates in colleagues or in, acquaintances in some way, like friendships, family members are all soulmates. Usually it's people that we click with immediately. We feel like, oh, this is a really interesting dynamic. I always say soulmates are here for a reason, to teach you something, which is why we can sometimes have soulmates that are a little bit destructive at times. So just pay attention to what people have to teach us in a way, right? But anyway, let's see a little bit more what's going on for you guys, Sagittarius, this week. For my Sagittarians, we have feel free to be free yourself, okay? Especially from vain ways of thinking. All right, this says free yourself and let go. You can be who you want to be and express yourself. Now, the colors of these are very important, specifically, the actual colors, not necessarily the gray ones, but the blue represents your throat chakra, okay? So that, which is all about self-expression. So make sure that you're fully actually expressing your true, authentic self, okay? Not what people want you to be or who you think other people want you to be, or it's all about who you really are deep down, okay? Anyway, free yourself and let go. You can be who you want to be, express yourself. Abundance, love that. Okay, you have quite a few. Abundance, you have yes and forgive. That's an interesting one too. Right, I'm going to show you these up close and personal before we dive into the tarot and really understand what's going on. So I've already explained this one to you, so you can take a little bit to read that one. So you have abundance. This says rich inside and out. Generous. I always do that with that word. So annoying. Generous money flow. Okay, so there could be some money coming away. We've already seen that with man holding a coin, and prosperity is on the way. So that's really good news for some of you in terms of your finances and material well-being and wealth. All right, and then you have yes and forgive. So the answer is yes, whatever that is for you, whatever you come here for. We'll see what that is. And you have forgive. This is freedom means to forgive. Forgiveness is needed. You'll be forgiven. So this can be really about releasing something in some shape or form. Most importantly, resentment and difficult feelings that might be holding you back in some way. But again, all of this is not so sure for me just yet what's going on. So let's dive into your tarot and see what actually is going on this week. So we're going to get one card out for the overall energy for the week for Sagittarius. Overall energy for this week. The Four of Wands. That's really nice. Again, this can sometimes come in where it's like a coming together of two people. So definitely could be some kind of union. Usually this card is like engagement and marriage. So that could be important here. So whether you're meeting a soulmate or whatever, it could be through some sort of social event. By the way, whenever the Four of Wands comes in, it's like a socializing card for me. So you could be feeling like there's a lot going on this week when it comes down to people. Four of Wands is also a really good card of 1111. That's why it looks like that, which is wish fulfillment, reaching a goal, reaching a milestone. It also looks like, an actual goal post. That's how I see it, a finishing line. So for a lot of you this week, you are going to be accomplishing something, which is awesome. All right, we will dive in and clarify that. I might as well clarify as we go along. So let's see for you. Why is the Four of Wands here and the overall energy for Sagittarius this week? 10 of Pentacles. It looks like a financial goal or some sort of thing that might influence that. 7 of Cups represents a lot of options and confusion. But it does feel like that's going to be made clear. Maybe you're making a choice here again to sign up to a new role, a new career, whatever it is. The 10 of Pentacles is all about the end goal, right? It's financial, it's wealth, it's abundance, it's the things that we've already kind of spoken about, prosperity being on the way. It's about building a legacy, financial freedom. All right, so for some of you, you're kind of becoming a bit more clear maybe about your goals that you want and desire, even if it comes down to family. It's about stability here. But it does feel like there is some sort of goal, like some good news that's coming your way actually. So if you've been feeling confused about something here, maybe again to do with your career, your finances, something comes through this week that does make you feel a bit more positive, which is awesome. All right. This could be something about that creation here. Maybe you are fully creating something that you feel happy about. That does lead towards abundance. It aligns to it. Right, let's get you some more. What is the energy of Sagittarius this week? Let me just make sure my deck is in upright. Here it is. The energy of Sagittarius. this week? Okay, 8 of Wands. So you're going with the flow. I like that a lot. The 8 of Wands comes in when you're on the right path. So that's always nice to see during a reading. It also represents the fact that things are speeding up for you. Okay, expect a lot of opportunities. You could be putting yourself out there a bit more, feeling more enthusiastic, feeling a bit more energized this week as well, which looks pretty awesome to me. It looks like you got a lot of things on your mind and you're actually moving in one direction, which I really love that actually for you. Things are all go, go, go. It feels like this week. So let's clarify that for you. Your energy is moving in the really, really good direction though, which is awesome. Right, let's see. 8 of Wands for Sagittarius energy, 8 of Cups. So a part of this movement is also walking away and leaving things behind that just don't serve you. Okay, so whatever you're leaving behind, whatever you're walking away from, whether it's physical things and people, situations, or whether it's like certain habits, whatever, is helping you move in the right direction. Some of you may have been distracted a bit in the past or focused on things that just were not building towards this abundance or legacy. That's what I'm sensing with that 8 of Cups. I always see like she's been spending her time trying to like build on this flame when there's a massive one just behind her. And with the 8 of Wands representing moving in the right direction, it feels like whatever you're leaving behind, you're moving towards something much greater. So that's incredible. By the way, number 8s are very important to me through numerology when it comes up in a spread like this, and your energy, you're represented as a number 8 somehow this week, which for me is a number of change, but it's like it's action and consequence, right? It cause and effect. It's like the change you put out into the world comes back to you and vice versa. And it's always is that flow. So you're changing what you're putting out into the world. And of course it means that maybe your direction is changing. Maybe it's your attention, what you're focusing on is changing. So all of this looks really, really good. Whatever you're choosing to focus on within this week, it could be creation. All right, whatever it is, it looks really, really good. All right. And it's not only good for just the fact that you're moving in a very passionate way and towards maybe more passionate things, but also you're leaving behind things that just don't fulfill you emotionally, which also means you're moving towards more emotional fulfillment. So that's awesome as well. Let's see what else is going on for you. In terms of challenges and blockages for Sagittarius this week, can we get one card out for that? For challenges and blockages, please, Spirit. 2 of Wands, that's interesting how it came up here as well. Like it's not super reversed. I kind of feel like they're showing me this in my mind. So I have to show you guys. Because I feel like this is you lacking direction or not even focusing on expanding. This is starting to change, and it's on top of God, by the way. So that's interesting. The more that you're trusting in the universe and stepping out of the way and surrendering any need for control, making room for God's healing and love to flow through you in a situation, this is where you're starting to see a little bit more into your future and on expansion and creation, which is awesome. So I'm going to put it in the upright because it's a challenge and a blockage. It's basically what I just said. You may have been lacking direction. Remember what we said over here in the overall energy this week. You do go from being kind of confused and maybe overwhelmed with your options and choices and things you need to do. I feel like this is where you're getting a bit more clear about it. Your challenge this week is to get clear, okay? 2 of Wands is about expansion. And like I said with 8 of Cups, it kind of makes sense. We're repeating ourselves here, but because the messages are aligned together, you may have been distracted on something and it was not focusing on expansion. Maybe it's just trying to get by. That makes sense. Just trying to focus on, your day to day. Now you're looking more into the future, and it's telling me that maybe you wasn't doing that before. For whatever reason, it happens. Let's clarify this for you. Let's see. Why is the 2 of Wands in a challenge position, please? On top of vanity and the 9 of Swords, because you've been really worried about something here. Do you have like a difficult relationship with finances or material wealth? Do you see it as something that's bad? Because I'm seeing it with vanity here. Like maybe you're scared of being seen as vain. I don't know. Like that's interesting. Don't care about what people have to say about you, Sagittarius. You are, by the way, speaking of expansion, you are literally the epitome of expansion, right? You're ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and things growing and getting bigger. That's what your life is supposed to be here about. You're supposed to go on adventures. You're supposed to look into the future and think about the next things. Like, that's okay. Interesting. I'm gonna get one more for that, because what is it about vanity that you're worried about? What's this Nine of Swords? The Devil in reverse. That's so interesting. The Seven of Swords here. The Devil, now, the fact that it's reversed is a good thing, because it means that it's not really here and you are breaking your ties from it. Okay. And again, vanity, it makes sense with the Devil energy because it's temptation. It's things that tie us down, in a sense, that keep us dragged down. So the fact that you have new life here as well, being that breath of fresh air, I think you are removing this devil from your life. Fear, materialistic stuff, ego. All right, that's the main thing that they want to say here, saying ego, and it's underlined. It's ego, and it doesn't mean that you have a big ego and that you're this big, it doesn't mean that. We all have some part of ego within us, right? Anything that is tied to our kind of identity in a way is a form of ego, and that's where they're saying base chakra is important. Sorry, I'm just blabbing, but I hope you guys understand that you are removing this devil energy from your life, but you are overthinking it a little bit. The more that you're looking into the future with that Two of Wands, I think the more that you're getting a bit fearful about your desires. But the devil is in reverse here, okay, which tells me that you are removing yourself from like bad temptations. I want to kind of tell you, of course, if you know that there is some vain things that you are desiring and it may not actually be aligned to you, then of course be aware of that. But for a lot of you, I feel like you are afraid of wanting too much out of the world, and I just don't think that's right. You're allowed to want things, all right? You're allowed to have desire. That's not a bad thing. I think some of you have been shamed, because that's what also comes up with the devil energy. It feels like past traumas, like things that you've been conditioned to believe about materialism or whatever. Okay. Maybe if you see success as like, oh, when I'm successful and celebrating my success, maybe people think I'm showing off or being arrogant. And it's like, there's very different things. I think I wrote a blog post about this like years ago, because I was so passionate about this, because there is a difference between being confident within oneself and having a big ego, right? Being egoic or whatever. Ego is about, you're saying it because you want approval and because you deep down don't actually feel successful, so you need people to validate to you. It's looking into the outside for validation. Confidence is about, I'm really happy with what I've got and who I am and what I've achieved, and it's okay to tell other people about it because you're just saying something that makes you happy. Like, that's the difference. You don't need other people to approve of it. So just pay attention to where you're seeking validation, because I think that's important here. And I want to just tell you, you're fine. Like, it's okay to want things and to have big dreams and goals. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know what exactly is trying to tease you and tempt you or trying to control you, keep you down, right? But anyway, the devil is reversed here. So your obstacle here is to overcome that overthinking and procrastination or worries, doubts, fears about your dreams and goals. You can have them. You can create them. You're being told yes. Okay, and maybe this is where forgiveness is needed in a sense. Any resentments that maybe you've had or people have had against you over finances, or I don't know. It's interesting. Right, let's see what's going on here for Sagittarius this week. Let's look at their external environment. The Temperance. All right, so harmony is being brought into your external environment. I quite like this. This is about bringing balance and harmony to situations. There is some forgiveness needed in your external environment. This is your energy, Sagittarius, as well. Maybe you guys need a bit of a break this week. That could be the case as well, because usually this is a card of a pit stop. Could also be reached out to by somebody who wants to have some sort of chat with you, some sort of bring harmony to a situation. Let's clarify it for you as well. Let's see. The Temperance card in the external environment for Sagittarius. Could be with another Sagittarius. Let's see what that is. Page of Cups. Yeah, there is a message coming through here. If someone wants to turn the wheel with you, and we do have forgiveness here, so I'll let you do that as you wish. This could be a past soulmate. I'll allow it to resonate with you. You don't need to do it, all right? So I don't want to see any comments saying, no, I don't want anyone back from my past. That's fine. You can't stop people from coming in. Just block them. All right. Just block everywhere if that's the case. But there is somebody in your external surroundings that does want to, that will reach out to you this week with Temperance to bring harmony to a situation. That's what it is. Because the wheel is all about things changing, right? The turning of events. So because Temperance is here, somebody wants the wheel to change. They don't want things to be how they were. Even if it's just so that you can be on a better page together. That's what it could be. But expect some sort of harmony to be coming through this week. The chance for peace and forgiveness so that you can maybe move forward again in a different energy. Page of Cups. It's like a shocking news, you know. Page of Cups is like something that's going to make you feel like, you know, when you get a message or something and it makes you feel there's something, you know, like, oh, might make you feel a bit emotional. Anyway, it's unexpected, whatever this is. Right, let's see what's going on in your inner world. But Sagittarius, please. King of Cups. Interesting. So you're focusing on your feelings, prioritizing your feelings, your emotions, not getting overwhelmed this week, which is pretty nice. Let's clarify this for you. You could have some feelings for somebody, or again, just focusing on your emotional well-being. Why is the King of Cups in Sagittarius's inner world? Three of Cups and a Knight of Pentacles. So you're focusing on your happiness here. The Knight of Pentacles always comes in when it's all about like progress being made, because it's coming through in terms of your emotional well-being and your emotional stability and emotional maturity. The way that you're handling situations is much better, which is nice. You're not reacting to it. You're taking your time to balance yourself before you move forward, which is awesome. Three of Cups being about gratitude. Again, love that you're doing that because it matches and aligns with what the universe is asking for you as well. So that's great. Again, it is also a card of celebration and good news as well. So that's awesome. And again, Knight of Pentacles about slow and steady movement and progress going on internally, specifically to do with your, I'm hearing mindset, but your emotions, your emotional mindset, and also your intuition as well. All right, my angels, let's now see some advice for you from Spirit, please, for Sagittarius this week. The World. Your advice is to start a new cycle, to go into a new chapter of your life here. So whether this is just a glow up within you or externally, whatever it is, this is a new cycle, ending of an old one. Let's clarify it. You are getting like a new chance, a new beginning. Clarify the World, please, as advice. The Eight of Swords, again, all on top of vanity here. And Temperance here. Life is all about a balance, right? So Temperance is twice in your reading. Amazing. This is your card, you know. So you are really becoming aligned, which is awesome. But you're in the works of doing it, because that Eight of Swords, again, jumped on top of that vanity. Very similar to the Nine of Swords here, which is all about overthinking or feeling anxious or feeling stuck and trapped in your mind. Most importantly, your situation could feel quite restricting. But this is where they're wanting you to free yourself. Remember that there is always a solution when the Eight of Swords comes in. Sometimes we just have to look at it properly without thinking much about it, looking at it, observing a situation. And I say that because if we take the blindfold off and come out of our head, we are able to kind of see a little bit more the truth. So some of you need to stop overthinking, take a balanced approach moving forward, and to free yourself from the mind, specifically about vanity, which is interesting. As you can see in the mirror, she sees herself and her reflection as stuck and as hopeless. You know, she looks very, very tied up here, but in her reality, she's not. So that's your advice here, is to bring balance into a situation. What is making you feel like you cannot move forward? What's making you feel stuck? Write it all down. It might help you out, and then kind of go back over it with more of a, instead of from a place of your feelings, from a place of more clarity. Okay, but is this really something that's a blockage, or is it an internal blockage that you need to work on? Like, it might help you out here. But anyway, the wild card is here with the Temperance and the Eight of Swords, freeing yourself, bringing balance and harmony to your world so you can have a brand new cycle, even if it's just energetically, or again, it could be completely changing things. Could be going into a new career, or it could be creating something for yourself that will help you financially. But yeah, that's your reading, my angels. I hope this has helped you in some way. Please let me know if it resonates with you guys. All right, make sure you like and subscribe if you wish as well. But anyway, I hope to see you guys next time.